فرانک به افغانستان خوش آمدید. برای ما و بیننده ها بگویید چی انگیزه باعث شد که شما به افغانستان سفر کنید؟
And I'm somebody who really enjoys to visit different places around the world on our beautiful planet. I've been to a few countries such as China, Egypt, Uganda, Ethiopia, and I have a very strong interest in discovering different civilizations and learning about the different countries around the globe. And I was in Pakistan last fall, and I had a great time there, and I wondered, I wonder if it's possible to visit Afghanistan now that the war is finished. So I applied for a visa, I got it, and then I came here. The reason that I came is that, as you probably know, Afghanistan used to be visited by a lot of travelers back in the 60s and 70s. A lot of people were coming from Europe to visit Afghanistan. So, it's a place with a lot of interesting things. You can think of the Hazrat Ali Masjid in Mazar Sharif, the Balahisar that was built by Alexander the Great in Herat. There's so many interesting historical things in Afghanistan that I think it's a country worth visiting. That's my opinion. And for the last 4 decades, as you know, there was war and conflict, so it was not really the right time to visit, in my opinion. But now, at the moment, when I roam around, there's no conflict, so it's a lot safer to come. And as I said to you, there's just so many interesting things to see here. You might have heard of Bandamir National Park in Bomian. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. So it's a beautiful country worth visiting.
چی وقت شما به افغانستان آمدید و این سفرتان چی مقدار طول کشید؟
I came in December of 2021. Yes.
از دید شما افغانستان چگونه یک کشور است؟
Well, my opinion of Afghanistan is that it's a very beautiful country with a very diverse landscape. Every region is unique and different. You have desert in the south in نیمروز. You have plains in Jehanian. You have snowy mountains in Ghor province. So every area is unique and different, and it's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever seen.
به کدام ولایت افغانستان شما سفر کردید؟
So I came through Torham. I got to Kabul, and then I went to Bamiyan, Pנجشیر, then north to Mazar Sharif, and after that, Fariab, Bادغیس, Herat, Ghor, Farah, نیمروز, هلمند, Pektیا, غزنی. I did like a complete circle of the country. I wasn't sure if it was possible because when I went on Google to see if other travelers had done that route before, I couldn't find anyone who had done the complete ring road. So I thought, I wonder if it's possible. And luckily I managed to do the entire circle of Afghanistan.
آقای فرانک، از خاطراتتان در جریان سفر بگویید.
Very positive memories. They're extremely friendly and extremely hospitable people. Just to give you an example, every time I was on a bus going to Kandahar, going to Herat or Kabul, the people next to me, especially the passenger sitting right next to me, would often ask me, hey, do you have a place to stay where we're going? Because if you don't, please come to my home and be my guest. Every single time someone offered to take me home if I didn't have a place to stay. So Afghans are some of the most hospitable people I've ever met.
پیامتان برای دیگران که در بیرون از افغانستان هستند و میخواهند به افغانستان سفر کند و از افغانستان دیدن کند، پیامتان برای آنها چیست؟
Well, I think they should, if they can, if they have the time and they can afford it, they should come to Afghanistan to see it for themselves. Afghanistan, from my personal experience, has been a very welcoming land with very nice people, and I felt safe here. So if anyone is planning to come to Afghanistan, they should not worry too much. They should feel confident, come here, and they will have a pleasant experience, I'm sure of that. Well, the other tourists, they can look at my own personal experience, based on what I have experienced. I've been here for over 2 months now, 66 days, or even 67. And my experience has been overwhelmingly positive, and I felt completely safe. So I would say other tourists, if they want to come, they shouldn't feel scared of coming. They should take a leap of faith and come, and don't. They can tell you the reality, and if they tell you that it's safe to come, you should trust them.
از وقتی که شما به افغانستان آمدید و به ولایات مختلف سفر کردید، آیا با کدام مشکل امنیتی روبرو شدید یا خیر؟ و حالا از دید شما افغانستان امنیت کامل است؟
Well, you know, from my personal experience, from what I have experienced as a foreign traveler, I felt safe wherever I went, whether it's Bادغیس, whether it's هرات, فاریاب, نیمروز, Kandahar. I never felt threatened. I never felt that anyone was going to rob me or assault me or that someone was going to shoot me. I never felt like that. So I personally felt quite safe and I was never worried for my life.
وقتی که شما به افغانستان آمدید، آیا کدام ترجمان یا راهنما در این کشور داشتید؟
No, I did not. I did not have any translator with me or any guide that was following me. I was traveling on a low budget, backpacking budget, and I couldn't afford any guide or any professional translator, so I did everything by myself, independently, and it was a great experience. I don't regret it.
غذای مورد علاقه‌تان در افغانستان کدام ها بود و کدام غذاها بیشتر خوشتان آمد؟
Well, I liked different food. I liked the Kabuli pilau, that was very delicious. Of course, the kebab, Afghani kebab was also quite tasty. I also liked the Herati sini, the special dish of Herat, the sini with the meat. It's very delicious. I think that was my favorite, the Herati sini.
از کجای افغانستان یا کدام ولایت بیشتر مورد علاقه شما بود؟
That's a great question. Which places in Afghanistan did I like the most? Well, there are many places that I really liked in Afghanistan, but some of the ones that come to mind would be, for instance, the beautiful Balahisar fortress in Herat that was built more than 2,000 years ago by Alexander the Great. That was really an interesting historical monument to visit. I also really loved Nimrouz province with the Baluchi nomads that live in the desert. I got to see their tents, drank some camel milk with them, ate camel meat, and also rode some of their camels. So Nimrouz was a really beautiful place with the sand dunes, and they have historical castles that are sort of ruins that are lost in the desert, and some of them are not even on maps. You have to find them with GPS, and it's quite hard to find them. So it was a great experience in Nimrouz, and I also liked Bomian with Bandamir National Park, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
به عنوان آخرین سوال، پیام شما برای مردم جهان و مردم افغانستان چیست؟
My message would be that regarding Afghanistan, I would say if you're planning to come here to visit the country as a traveler, do not be afraid. It's a safe country at the moment anyways. It's safe to visit. People are extremely friendly. Afghan people are hospitable. They will take good care of you, and do not be fearful. Come here. Afghanistan has so much to offer. You will have a great time here.